A very warm welcome to all the new subscribers and lots of love and regards, as always, to all the existing ones. I hope everyone is doing well, and this is going to be an energy update for May 2025, which is going to cover some really important points. So I thank anyone in advance who stops by and listens and leaves their valuable feedback. To all my listeners in Canada and America, I understand that many of you are anxious around the state of affairs in your country. You're worried about the merger, the elections, and wondering whether the political leaders can be trusted. Now, there's only one thing that I'm going to say at this time, and I trust you're intelligent enough to understand the perspective and to join the dots without naming anyone. Suppose there's a leader who wants to build a great nation and proactively work to actually bring about positive shifts. But then this leader is put in a house arrest while his clones act on behalf of the puppets, leaving the population in utter disbelief that is this the leader we chose? And in saying this, I'm just throwing a little bit of information your way and giving you the liberty to join the dots, because things are not how they seem. And what's going on is a failed attempt to derail the masses. So when fear begins to set in, resist the urge to react or to give in, pray for peaceful outcomes and observe the divine intervention that has been actively playing out wherever it's needed. Now, if I were to ask you, what are the 5 things you're grateful for? You're probably going to tell me, I'm grateful for the money in my wallet, for the mobile that keeps me connected to my loved ones, for the healthy food I get to eat, for the roof over my head, and above all, for the soul family and well-wishers. But guess what? These are exactly the 5 things that the dark forces have been desperately trying to destroy over the years. How, you may ask? Modify the weather, block the sun, make sinister plans and plot situations wherein people are left stranded, contaminate the food with heavy metals, the air with chemtrails, the vaccines with deadly DNA-altering substances, and disrupt the communal harmony through staged terror attacks. And so, just the way narcissistic parents plot to ensure that their adult child remains in their clutches, never has a life of their own, likewise, politicians, elites, and their puppets with dark agendas did their best to keep the population in fear, keep them distracted so they do not ascend. But lo and behold, the opposite has been happening, because now these tricks don't work anymore. And why not? Because 2020 was the year of mass awakening. We are witnessing a massive drop in herd mentality, and with a rise in consciousness, the common man has begun asking questions. People are speaking up on critical issues, exposing the defaulters, not participating in division or separation, seeing the masks fall off these so-called celebrities, motivational speakers, and self-styled godmen, who are in fact predators of the worst category. Russell Brands got arrested. Blake Lively's truth comes out. World Economic Forum begins an investigation on Klaus Schwab after serious allegations of misconduct by a whistleblower. Hundreds of mansions of One Eye members have been destroyed in fires. But the greatest divine intervention is when a state of emergency is declared in Israel. Hollywood gets burnt down. Elon Musk's satellites have been exploding. People all over the world are gathering and marching on streets to support Gaza. Elites in powerful position are in panic mode They're either leaving the planet, being exposed, or struck with life threatening diseases. This is nothing but a fast track weeding process to clean up the planet and a massive victory for light workers. Burkina Faso means the land of the righteous and the incorruptible, and therefore it's a dead end for whatever is outdated and not of the light. In the last 3 months, I have been sensing a lot of light and underground activity at Mount Kailash. Powerful Rishi Munis and light beings have gathered in that area. In the months ahead, when flights, railways, and modes of transport on Earth will come to a halt, we will witness our first encounter with spaceships and light beings from other planets. I'm going to explain and discuss this. It was, by the way, exactly 555 as I say that. But I'll be discussing on these topics in addition to stock market crash, the event, and other significant topics only when we are closer to that timeline. But when I speak of energies on a personal level, May 2025 is going to be the month which sets you free and liberates you in some way after a period that tested you to your core. I'm seeing a group of 3 people. This could be 3 business partners, a family of 3 friends. But there has been some sort of a rift or a fallout between 3 people. One person has exited this group or is about to exit this group. This could be a legal issue or an arrogant person undermining you in some way or a karmic situation that's coming to an end. You know something is over and done with. It's not serving you anymore. Clinging to the old form only brings decay. You may have felt a sense of deep dissatisfaction within or with life in general. Perhaps a plan or a relationship close to your heart may have backfired. But I'm seeing that your birth family plays a crucial role in this month. Either they act as a catalyst for your growth or for your downfall. But either way, a major decision around your birth family, especially one concerning your mother, will be made in this month, which sets you free in some way. A massive red flag will be dealt with in May. Whether this person, situation, or habit, whatever that is, it has kept you in a state of misery, stagnation, and lack for the longest time now. The mental prison and overwhelming emotions that you felt were too much to handle. And you're going to be releasing this once and for all in this month of May 2025. You're being urged to speak up or to break free and take action on something that has been bothering you for a long time. Because if you don't, the universe will keep creating more and more difficult tower moments in your life, which leave you ultimately with no option but to address it and to block it once and for all. Of course, this is a general message and a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. But Spirit is saying a dark phase of your life has ended or is about to end. And whatever part of you or your life you thought was dead is being revived now. But before this new phase begins, you will have to face and release the fear that's held you back from either speaking up or from taking that big leap of faith from so long. And once you act upon the fear, whatever that is, what awaits you on the other side is beyond your imagination. Your heart is being cracked open now, so you may allow your heart to heal and to accept love in your life from sources that are trustworthy and those who are never going to hurt you again. The next 60 days can feel intense for water signs because water element is about to get active, which means it is a high possibility of seeing water-related calamities around the world. I also happen to see a tsunami in my vision, and I do request all my listeners, especially those living in America and Canada to please stay away from the ocean and water bodies for the next 30 days if that's possible. Water is our emotions. So for many individuals, their emotions may heighten around the no moon or the full moon period. And it's exactly 10:10 as I say that, which reminds me of the moon masterclass, details of which will be mentioned in the pinned comment. So anyone guided to connect with me or to explore my offerings, feel free to read the pinned comment, because the website and all my terms and conditions are clearly always mentioned in the description box. But before I end this audio, I'm being guided to tell you that May 2025 is the month in which you're going to make a bold move, and that is what sets you free. Free from your suffering, from the conditioning, and your inner child will help you climb out of the hole that you may have dug yourself into, to recover your sense of play and to help you acquire a beginner's mind and childlike wonder. For many of you, I'm seeing a new path or a new career opening up in some way. It's 11:11 as I said that. Maybe you are venturing into a new field, a new area, or you are taking up a totally new profession. But whatever path is opening up for you, it's going to lead you in a beautiful direction. May 2025 brings you the possibility of redemption and recreating your heaven on earth. So, guys, fasten your seat belts, because what you're going to witness now is one hell of a ride, starting now until the end of the year. As always, it has been an absolute honor being a twin flame and walking this path with each one of you. And thank you so much for your continued trust in my work. I'll be back with another audio soon, and I'll discuss on topics as and when we are closer to the timeline. Until then, take care, lots of love, bye.